if it's everything that you asked for. And if it is, then she says, you know what? Meet me at this house at this time. I think this is the one, right?
Yes.
And if she did her work, or he, then you walk in and say, oh, this is my house. It's easy. Because she listened to everything that you said you wanted. Large kitchen, large backyard. Come on. All these little prerequisites, right? Details.
Yes.
So she listened for the details. That's how God is. He listens for every detail concerning your life. He does his part. Then he's wanting you to step up and do your part. But we're afraid. Or we can't see the end result. Or we're saying, what if? So what if?
That's right.
We could what if and still do it. Amen? And trust that he will finish it up. Go to Matthew 9. Matthew chapter 9. This is what he's saying to us. Verse 17. Neither is new wine put in old wineskins, for if it is, the skin bursts and are torn in pieces, and the wine is spilled, and the skins are ruined. But new wine is put into fresh wineskins, so both are preserved. Amen?
Yes.
So he's talking to us about another structure. When there's a new wineskin, it's a change of lifestyle. It's a change of thinking. It's a change in how you respond, a change in how you react. It's a change in what once made you crazy no longer can, because you have a new wineskin. Amen?
Amen.
You're not the same person. You're redeemed. You've been working on those areas that, come on, once held you captive,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
And where you've been stuck for centuries, and all of a sudden you're getting freed up. You're getting loose. You're walking in a different place, amen? Thinking a different way because you put on new wineskins. Every season, there's new skin to be put on.
Amen.
Our skin sheds all the time.
Yep.
And every 7 years, it puts new skin.
Amen. That's right.
So if there's a cycle that God created for the earth, then we need to be sensitive to that cycle and understand that it's moving day, that it's time to move, that you can't stay still, that you're feeling restless is a good word, and something has to happen. But to move is a big task.
Yes.
Because what is the first thing we look at when we think we have to move?
All this stuff.
Everything that you have to take with you, right? And nobody said you had to take with you. You're going to fit all this stuff in this place, right? And what you don't put in the house, you put in the garage. For someday to go through it. 30 years later, it's still in the garage.
That's right.
Right? Right?
Yep.
Because he told the disciples, don't bring anything with you. Just get up and come. Because he was going to provide for them. He
Amen.
fed them. The shoes never wore out. They always had clean garments on. He was the God of provision. We call him Jehovah Jireh, but we don't let him be. Because we say we're going to believe him for something, but halfway through the believing, we fall off. Because we started off excited, believing you could, come on, right? You got zealous for a second, and then somehow it fizzled out.
That's right.
Amen? And then he's still saying, that which I promised you I'm able to perform. So he's waiting on you, but you have to change your mindset, which is new wineskins. Amen?
That's
We
right.
have to put away our stinking thinking, our negative thoughts, the way we think of one another. Come on. And we have to begin to have the mind of Christ. Amen?
That's right.
Look at somebody and say, put on the mind of Christ.
Put on the mind of Christ.
All right, look at somebody. Don't look forward. Look at somebody and say, put on the
Put on
mind
the
of
mind
Christ.
of
Christ.
Because you're giving them an order. Amen? Go to Isaiah 43. Isaiah 43. Look at verse 19. This is such a good verse. Amplified says, behold, I'm doing a new thing.
Amen.
Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive and know it? And will you not give heed to it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Come on. What is he
Amen.
doing?
Amen.
He's doing a new thing. These people were captive for 70 years. And then he comes and says this. They've been bound for 70 years. And he shows up and he says, it's been 70 years and you guys have been in bondage in your thinking. Come on. In your lifestyle and the way that you do things. 70 years you've been doing this. Come on. And then he comes to them boldly and says, behold, I do a new thing. Now it springs forth.
Amen.
Amen.
So it's an exciting time. Amen.
Amen.
I know it's hot in here, but it's still an exciting time.
Yes.
Amen. I don't know. I guess when you see children, I don't care how hot it is, they're sweating. But they're not going to stop running.
That's right.
Right? They're just going to keep going. Right? They're fearless. They're relentless. They're so different from adults. Amen?
Yep.
We went to a park yesterday where they trampoline and all that kind of stuff. My granddaughters. And I watched all those kids. And there was hundreds of kids in there. Jumping into these little boxes full of foam.
Yeah.
They don't even know what's under there. They're just throwing each other in. Right? They're climbing up things. And then to get to the top and just slide down.
Yeah.
And then to see them start over again. And keep doing it until their time is up for playing there, right? Because they give you a band that says after an hour or 2 hours, you got to get out. But those kids, for the entire time they're there, what are they doing?
Moving.
Going and going and going, even when their legs hurt.
Yeah.
Even when their arms hurt, because they got to pull themselves up, right? They're relentless. While all the parents and grandparents sit there and cheer them on. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just sitting there telling them, go, 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 you can do it, right? Well, that's what the Father's doing. Telling us, I've got better.
Yes.
But we're so
Good
small-minded. We put him in a box.
Yes.
And we limit him. Because everything is not flowing according to your plan.
Yeah.
Or those that you thought would come alongside you have fell off in the wayside. But it doesn't matter, because when we die, you go before the Lord by yourself.
Yep.
I ain't bringing my whole family, it's just me.
Yeah.
Right? And he's the one that lets us in. Well, that's why we have to run this race with perseverance. We got to get excited. No one in here, including myself, can self-medicate themselves.
Nope.
I know you think you can, but I can't give myself my own anesthesia. I need an anesthesiologist to put me under. Amen.
That's right.
But sometimes we think that if we get alone, that we're better off because we don't want to hear one another. But he's going to speak even louder.
That's right.
And what are you going to do? When you can't tell him to stop. That wherever you go, he's reminding you of what you need to do
Yep.
to get to the
Amen.
next level.
That's right.
And everything reminds you. There's signs even on the walls. You get on the freeway, and there's that word again, go forward. You're like, oh my God. Yes, and yet he's trying to get you somewhere on time. Come on. Because there's something awaiting you. Right? You cannot miss the appointed time, saints. We have to be on time. Tell your neighbor that.
You gotta be on time.
We have to be on time. This is not like church or job or appointments. We got to be on time. Amen? Yes, we must be on time. Go with me to Matthew chapter 6. It's a very unusual morning or afternoon.
Yes.
But it's all right. Because I love when it's unusual. Because then I want to know why. Matthew 6:10, Passion Bible 10 through 12 says, Our Father dwelling in the heavenly realms, may the glory of your name be the center on which our lives turn. Manifest your kingdom realm and cause every purpose to be fulfilled on earth just as it is fulfilled in heaven. Come on. We acknowledge you as our provider. I don't know about you, but that's a good word. It was a prayer that was prayed. Actually, it's an apostolic prayer. So when that prayer is prayed, come on, let's take it apart. He's literally telling you, I dwell in the heavenly realm.
Amen.
May the glory of my name be the center on which your lives turn. What we told earlier, we're going to shift. We're going to cross over. It's a time to cross over. It's a time to shift. So he's saying, may the glory of my name be the center on which our lives turn.
Amen.
Amen.
Come on. He's speaking prophetically to the people that when you make the shift, when you make the turn, let my glory be what is leading you and what is directing you. Amen? Does anybody know what glory looks like? Well, I'm wondering. Well, it's a light. And sometimes rays. And sometimes it's misty. Right? Sometimes it looks like a cloud. Right? Sometimes there's like a lot of little lights. But when that glory comes in, we cannot deny the presence of the Lord. And that's what he's telling us here. May the glory of your name be the center on which my life turns. So when I'm making the turn, let the glory go before me. Let the glory go behind me. Let the glory rest upon me.
Amen.
So the glory can get me in. Come on.
Amen.
Then he says, manifest your kingdom realm. What are we telling him to do?
Manifest.
Manifest that realm. And cause your every purpose to be fulfilled on earth. Whatever you call me to do, Lord, make sure that I do not leave this earth before I do everything you ask me to do. Come on, that's some deep stuff, guys. Right? Just as it is fulfilled in heaven. What I'm doing here has already been done there. Already been done there. We acknowledge you as what? So who is your provider? Your job? Your mate? Your church? Your friends? Who is your provider? I hear the single women say, oh, you don't understand, it's hard. I'm single. Well, I don't know about that. I'm single too, but not really, because the single women are married to God.
That's right.
So then, I don't know about you, he ain't cheap,
That's right.
right? He ain't a
That's right.
cheapskate.
That's
Whatever
right.
you ask him for, he's willing to give it,
That's right.
right? Listen to what I'm telling you. He is the God of the universe. He has created the heavens and the earth.
Yes.
He's done all things, new things, glorious things, amen? And yet we sit and wonder, is he my provider? Will he do it? Is he going to bring it to pass? Is God faithful? Is he faithful?
Yes, he is.
I love what he starts off with. He's the God that dwells in the heavens. You cannot get higher than that. We started off that teaching by telling you that this God was among all the gods in the city. He was known as the unknown God. Yet